start from the top spot. Mark Stanley giving chase. Phil Slay in third. Looks like everyone is in qualifying order so far. They're coming towards the infield. Over the small tabletop and up towards the cobbles. Nice gap between everyone, so they're slightly spread. Phil Slay going to go around the outside of Mark Stanley, who's making a bobble coming off the concrete. So it looks like Neil Cragg getting the hammer down, getting it done. SCB out front. Phil getting a bit wrong, showing the Mark Stanley the way. Oh, Liam Brad is rolling over, so Chris Everson now up into fourth. Simon Moss, he's fifth. Still the battle for second and third is where you want to be watching. Phil gets caught up, Mark gets caught up. Mark goes down the inside on the straightaway. And holds it round the end of the straight nicely. So Mark Stanley up into second now, Phil Slay third. Those two X-Factory cars going across the back section. Then we've got a nice gaggle of cars coming across. Simon Moss leading that from Lee Martin, Paul Bradbury, Tom Yardy thrown over, so Chris Everson's going to go past. So Mark Stanley looking like he's pulling a bit of a gap on Phil Slay now. Difference is 1.2 between those two. But Neil Cragg out front, SCB getting it done. 6.2 seconds. You've got 1 minute 20 left on the race clock. Neil might just get through. So Richard Lowe getting on the back of Paul Bradbury, getting involved. So he's going to go down the inside as Paul crashes. So drivers, you're coming into finishing time. Mark Stanley, you're done. You finished second. So Neil Cragg out on his own. Phil Slay, you're done. Okay, all cars going through and finishing. So Neil Cragg going to come round off the concrete section, across the line and take leg number one. Okay, final leg number two off and away. Neil Cragg tucking it nice and tight. Everybody's here to see the show. This is what it's all about. Neil Cragg coming across the back section, followed by Mark Stanley. Looks like they're in qualifying order. Everyone getting around the first lap, nice and clean. Neil getting a bit sideways. And onto the concrete section. Neil spinning around, so Mark Stanley going to pick it up. Phil Slay going to be in second. Neil. Mark Stanley coming across the back section. X-Factory, X-Factory, B4 X-Factory. It's an X-Factory sandwich with Neil in the middle. Ellis flips it over, so Simon Moss going to be promoted up into third. Bradders from 8th. How does he do that? So he's going to be looking to put the hammer down and catch up with his three-way. Mark Stanley rolling it over, getting back up into second. Neil goes down the inside. It was good. Phil Slay up into the top spot. Neil Cragg going to be putting on a charge, trying to get it off him. Phil goes big over the tabletop. Everyone else goes onto the top. It's carnage over the back section. So Phil Slay is our leader. 3 minutes and 20 left to go. Still a long way left in this A-leg number 2. Neil Cragg getting everything right coming into the back section. Going right down the inside. Okay, Neil Cragg. He's picking up a referee's warning as well. So, Neil Cragg in second going after Phil Slay. Mark Stanley. He's right there though, he's not giving up yet. Jumping big, looking down the inside. Neil closing the door. Neil getting it right over the back section again, closing in, looking down the inside. Phil's going to get caught up, Mark's going to go through. So Mark Stanley promoted up into the lead, onto the cobbles. 2 minutes left to go. Still a long way left in this A-main number 2. So Mark's across, Phil's across, Neil's across, and here comes the rest of the pack, closing in on these three. Neil putting a move on Phil. Oh, Mark's rolling over. Neil and Phil going either side of him. Tom Yardy going to go down the inside. Oh, it's not going to come off. Ellis Stafford looks like he's going to pick it up. Third place from nowhere. Good job. So Neil and Phil down the straight. Freight train going down the straight. It could be carnage. So with this, he could win the meeting. Going left, over the big tabletop. Phil Slade pushing hard, coming onto the back section. Lee Mines sat in third. He's followed by Paul Bradbury and Tom Yarney. Neil Cragg doing what he's got to do over the small tabletop, onto the cobbles. You've got 1 second left to go. 2 corners right off the concrete and across the line. Neil Cragg, Phil Slade going to come in second, and Lee Martin from 9th. He's going to finish third. 8th to 4th. Paul Bradbury.
Now this time the tumble needs marshalling. Any losers one place against it straight back. It's Slade Tumble King. Under 1 minute to go. Ratters stopping up the inside low on the cobble corner. So that moves Ratters up the floor. Neil Cragg out in front. Drive home here to 3-1. Both of them score. That's pretty fine. Congratulations to Neil Cragg.
Race over drivers.